Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, somewhat living the dream. I'm in England and it's not really sunny, so it's not that great.
Oh,
Where are you guys
yeah,
from?
Australia.
Oh, nice. Whereabouts?
About 2 hours south from Sydney.
Oh, okay. Is that sort of what's the um
Wollongong?
yeah, I was gonna say Wollongong, yeah. I nearly said
Yeah.
Wodonga, but that's west.
No,
I
Wollongong,
was
that's us.
yeah, nice. I was living there or in Sydney for most of the year actually. But
Oh,
yeah,
really?
no.
Oh, whereabouts?
In Ryde, which is like 30 minutes west.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been around here and there, and I was working FIFO, and yeah,
Oh,
explored a
swear.
little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
now I'm doing something different. So here I am. Well, I guess we'll jump straight into it. Have you guys got 45 to an hour for the call?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
they're all sweet.
Easy. Well, I guess how can I help? What made you want to book the call?
Just
Well, I have nothing like to do with it. JC's been doing it, but we have just seen like on social media and stuff like with marketing and just that flexibility with working. Like I used to be a mortgage broker, so it was like 9 to 5. And now I'm like doing, shift work. So just I don't know, just that flexibility of working from anywhere, I guess.
Mm. And what about you? I'll call you JC. Is that cool?
yeah.
So
Oh,
what about
yeah.
you, man?
Basically the same thing, like the flexibility, because like we only just moved into a new house, so we're paying a mortgage, and it's kind of hard doing like 9 to 5 and all that. But seeing on
Mm.
social media, like everyone in a different, I've never seen that online space as an environment that I'll go into, but it's
Yeah, he did his ACL, so he's got a bit more time. Like he can't currently work. So he just was gonna give this a crack to see like how he can do because he's got the time to actually put his all into it.
Yeah. No, it's good to use that time when like you're off work injured or something to really think about what it is you're doing and use the time wisely instead of
Yeah.
smoking fags and drinking beer, trying to feel good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because speaking from like my own experience, I said I was working FIFO. I actually got injured, so I couldn't go back to work. I haven't been back since.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So yeah, I know what it's like. So what are you actually doing for work though?
Him or me?
Yeah, yeah, JC.
Uh
Oh, me, I do teacher's aid and I was getting paid through footy because I was playing professional footy, but I did my ACL about 5 or 6 weeks ago now, and it's
yeah, he pretty
taken
much
me out
can't
pretty
do
much.
anything.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a bugger. That's in the shoulder, right? Or is it in the knee?
Knee,
Knee.
Yeah.
So
knee.
walking around's difficult for you then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to move houses with him with his knee hasn't been all that great.
Yeah, I can imagine. He was probably just sat watching you do all the hard work, right?
Nah, he's actually been pretty well. Like I gotta cut him some slack. He does do a lot.
Yeah, good man, good man. Don't ruin yourself. Don't wear yourself out too quickly though. Give yourself some rest.
Yeah,
So
he likes to play Fortnite. So
yeah, sweating Fortnite out every night. So you're a teacher aide. How long have you been doing that for before you obviously had time off?
Well, I was doing scaffolding, but footy put me out of that because it was too hard on the body. But it's been about 2 years now.
Hmm,
Yeah,
2 years.
just under 2 years.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, you said you were scaffolding beforehand. What made you want to change from scaffolding to being a teacher aide?
Footy actually like
forced.
forced me out of it because apparently they said it was too hard on my body, like too much hard labor. Yeah, because
Yeah.
yeah, and I love the money too. The money was good. Like, if I could stay there, I would stay. But
Hmm.
Yeah.
yeah,
It wasn't really his choice. He just had to go to teacher's aid.
yeah, footy was the ones that actually put me through to teachers aid. So that's why I've just
Hmm.
been with them. Had to stick it out with them.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, do you prefer footy to scaffolding?
Oh. Like what do you mean by that?
Like
I mean,
you if you could choose one, you'd do footy.
Oh no, yeah. If I could choose one of one, I'd do footy. Yeah. I
Yeah.
only did scaffolding so I could afford to live like closer to footy.
mm, mm. So I guess then your footy is something you quite take quite seriously if they're actually paying money for you to go through training or telling you to do certain things.
Yeah,
Is that like a professional level?
yeah.
Yeah, nice man. Cool. I was speaking to a guy the other day. He joined recently. His name's Corey. He's from like north of Melbourne. Yeah, he's same. He was a roofing plumber and he also done football as well. And it's like he's really
Yeah.
tired doing plumbing and it's affecting his footy. And it's like,
Mm.
what do you do? Which one's more important?
Yeah.
So for you, man, would you say is footy some sort of like career thing that you've been trying to achieve for most of your life?
Yeah, I've been playing since I was 6, and ever since then just been grinding, and then I haven't been playing professional level from 14, like around 14.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah. But how old are you now, man?
20.
20. I'm 22 myself, so we're both similar ages. I mean, I
Yeah.
definitely wasn't doing footy at 40. I was just playing around on my bike and stuff. But man, that's quite a few years of playing at a good level. How's that been?
It's been good, but it's just the last 2 years injuries have just like put me out of it. Like
Mm.
just doing 4 years of just rehab, trying to get back into it.
Okay.
And yeah,
No, that's not
that's
ideal.
like,
So it's all catching up
yeah,
now.
yeah, pretty much.
Mm. So is that then something that you would pursue as like a long-term career or no? Because obviously your injuries are probably going to stunt performance.
Yeah, it was actually supposed to be like that was my dream career, but um injuries is kind of like it's actually
Like a slimmer
yeah,
chance.
it's
Because it's hard to get into, and then with the injuries at such a young age, it's a bit
Mm.
like your chances get slimmed down.
because there's so many people still coming up, and if you get injured, then a club will just be like, oh, we'll take this guy over the injured person.
Yeah. I guess it's quite a saturated thing. There's a lot of guys that want to get at a professional level and earn money because it's quite decent money, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm, yeah. I know, yeah. Like this guy I was talking about, he was trying to make a career out of it. But he was also saying, also had injuries as well. Like he doesn't see himself doing it as like a long-term thing because what happens when you've done 5 years of footy and then you've got loads of injuries and you can't even go and do a trade? Like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Is that kind
Exactly.
of what's happened
And
in
it's
your situation?
yeah, that's literally what has happened. Like that's why I've like fallen back, taken a step back, and trying to like explore like
pretty
what
much a
else I need to
backup
do.
plan,
Yeah,
more
Yeah.
realistic plan. And also with footy, it's not a long-term thing. It's a very short career.
Yeah. Yeah. I have heard, like, obviously, we don't really play any of that in England, but from spending 12 months in Australia, like, it's quite a big part of your culture. And I've heard stories. Like people
Yeah.
yeah,
blowing their knees out, knee reconstructions all the time, like very, very popular thing.
Yeah.
And opportunities outside of that, like I was just saying then, are kind of limited. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
did you choose to do a teacher aide or was it the club said to you, you have to do this?
the club said I had to do it.
Oh, wow. I mean,
Yeah,
was it something you wanted to do?
it was only because it's less stress on the body compared to scaffolding.
But yeah, I didn't want to do it.
But
Mm,
yeah,
mm.
because in
So,
Australia, like there's actually like in the rugby league culture, most of the juniors, like when they come up, they actually put them into like jobs like that or like what's it called like disabled care and all that, like looking after people with disabilities. There's like less stress on the body and then easy to come back to training.
mm. I guess it's also preparing you for the future when you're going to be disabled.
Mm.
Yeah,
But no, all joking aside though, obviously it's not really something you seem like you wanted to do. It was just what you had to do for your footy. And now that kind of seems like it's like a dwindling thing. Like it's not such a reality anymore. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not that great of money either.
mm, okay. So for you then, man, like how long have you been off work for? Let's just say 5 weeks.
Yeah, 5 weeks.
Hmm. And how much longer before you actually return?
Well, I'm not sure if they would want me to return because it's about to be the end of the term. Like, because like we have school terms. Like
Hmm.
the term still, it doesn't finish until
Pretty much around Christmas time.
yeah around Christmas time.
And you have a 6 weeks off. And with teachers' age, it's your contract's renewed every year. So it's not like as
Oh.
if he's got a set contract in place for next year, especially because he's having a break through footy. It's kind of like hand in hand.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, so you're at a bit of a catch-22 there then. Bit of a
Yeah,
pickle. Hmm. I
yeah, a bit of a
see.
sticky one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
also
the
because it was in Sydney where he was working at, and because we've moved 2 hours away, he was gonna try and find something locally, but can't because of his injury. So
hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I know it makes everything difficult. I mean, not knees, but like my feet walking around, I got injured. So I know what it's like, man. Unfortunately, I don't have a missus to help me out there. So
She
you
still makes
consider
me do
yourself
the
lucky.
dishes and that.
yeah,
Yeah.
So for you, I guess you're trying to sort of look at different opportunities. I mean, is this the first thing you've looked at, or have you been looking elsewhere?
I've still been looking like I reckon I could go back to scaffolding if I wanted to. But
Mm,
then again, it's like and it's like the same as footy. Like if I get injured, then I'll probably be out of that as well.
mm. I mean, what would that look like for you though, if you went back into scaffolding, let's say for another 5 years?
Probably just rack it up on injuries, I guess. Just getting more injuries. But like it would still help me out, but it's just
it's
not
not like
something
as if
ideal.
yes, it's not like as if it's his dream job to be a scaffolder. And
Mm,
like, yeah, the pay is good, but with this, what we've seen so far with like doing everything online, that flexibility is what appeals most to us. We would
mm,
prefer that lifestyle than the, you
Hard
know,
labor. Yeah.
yeah. And because with the scaffolding, it's not just like local areas, like it's long days, long hours, long travel. So having this flexibility can work anywhere
mm,
at any time. That's that appeals more to JC than, physical labor.
mm, mm. You can really like if you're working online, most of the time you're going to be like self-employed, you're providing a service for someone, or you go and set up your own drop shipping store or eBay or whatever. Like you get that flexibility because it's like a worldwide kind of thing. You set your own schedule, you do your own hours. The more you put in, the more you get out. So and
Yeah.
it is nice to have that flexibility. So that's a big thing for you then. I mean, Lily, you're a mortgage broker, you say?
Yeah, I used to be, and then I changed jobs. So I'm a crane and forklift driver. So
Oh,
probably
sick.
similar to what you're doing at FIFO. Yeah.
Yeah. I had good bunch of people around me at on the site I was on. The crane operator, he would just be in there on Facebook Marketplace. And he's like,
Yeah.
Bruno. It's like fucking
Yeah.
wake up.
Yeah. It's pretty
No,
much
so
just a, yeah, 12-hour days. I do days and night shifts. I just finished day shift and I'll be at night shift tomorrow. Like it's good money and it's a good shift pattern, but yeah, that flexibility as well,
mm,
and it just like even it's like just starting as a side hustle, and then if it, is something that I take more of a fancy because I did like the office, like being a mortgage broker, but the money wasn't there. So that's why I changed jobs. But yeah, I do
mm,
like that office because I used to work from home as well. And it was
mm,
good flexibility with that as well.
mm. That's like going from black to white, from a mortgage
Yeah,
broker to a crane driver operator. Hmm.
yeah.
So how are you finding that at the moment? Obviously, you're not going to have as much flexibility and you can't work at home.
Yeah, so um I do 4 days on, 4 days off. And then
Mm.
every 3 months, because I work so many hours, I get RDOs. So I get about 12 days off every 3 months. So like the shift pattern has been so much better than my 8 to 5 as a mortgage broker. So
Mm.
it definitely,
Okay.
I definitely like this shift more. And then if I was to get into this, like I would do it on like my days off, like when, because like right now I've got like 24 hours in between. I start night shift and then I'll have another 4 days off and then start my roster again.
Mm. Yeah, okay. So for you at the moment, then, would you say you're getting a pretty good balance of work and then also having time off?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm. So at the
Yeah. Work.
moment for you, it's all pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah.
Mm. I mean, would you both be looking to learn these skills together? Because I know you said if you were to learn this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay.
JC's
Yeah.
not that handy on the computer or stuff like that. So I think he wants me to help as well.
Yeah, it does help a little bit knowing like pretty simple things. There's nothing too technical about what we do. I mean, sales, marketing, it's really just communicating with people. Um,
Yep.
Marketing, maybe there's a little bit more skill involved with the likes of editing and using software, but I mean, sales is really just communication, talking to people. So it's pretty easy to pick up. It might take a little while for you to learn the skills, but it's like anything. It might take you a little while to learn how to drive a crane, play footy, anything.
Yeah.
Hmm. So you guys both potentially get into this then. Okay. I mean, what do you think then, if you were to get into this, what do you think you'd need?
Well, I've got a laptop, like a MacBook Air, and I've got another display screen so that I can connect it to. So, but is that like pretty much just a computer is what you need for like this type of
So I kind of meant there, for you to
Oh,
actually
like,
learn and get into this space, what do you feel like you would need to in order to make it work for you? So in terms of like information, training.
yeah,
yeah,
definitely that.
probably
We're
more
pretty much
just more knowledge
yeah, we're like
on
pretty
it.
much coming into this blind, like not
Oh, okay.
knowing.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And that's most people starting out. And this is what our sort of ABC Academy is. It's people working normal jobs, normal people. There's no like sales experts, people that have been doing it for 10 years. It's none of that. So,
yeah. Like I've obviously got like the background because it like admin, but not anything like this. Like I used to do our marketing for like as a mortgage broker because I used to be the big manager there. But yeah,
mm,
like nothing really like this.
mm. No, those admin skills would definitely help, to be fair.
Mm.
I mean, I had some previous experience with admin skills and it's transferred across to what I do now. So
Yeah,
it's something worth considering. If you do have that skill, it can be applied. I mean, just with the information side of things, then, I mean, how do you guys typically learn best?
probably like this.
Yeah,
Reading a book for us is just not gonna absorb the information.
Hmm.
More of like
more of like
hands.
hands-on type of like learning.
Hmm. There's someone sort of showing you what to do or telling you where you're going wrong, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
visual learner, I guess.
Yeah, okay. And what about sort of I guess you guys say you're not really into like reading or whatever, reading a book on how to do something, but how about like someone showing you like in the form of a video?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, so like pretty easy step by step, just follow along, maybe take a few notes. And then,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what would you do
Yeah.
if you did have that and you went through and you watched a few videos, but you had questions? I mean, what would you do then?
Oh, so like yeah, like I would probably if I did have a question, I'd probably prefer to speak to someone like from the academy.
Mm,
When I did my mortgage brokering course, like it was all online, but it wasn't with like a face-to-face tutor. But if I did have questions, I could just like call someone and they would explain it to me over the phone. And
Mm,
like, so I'd have like my workbook or whatever in front of me, and then they would have that and then go through.
mm. Yeah, fair enough. And I guess also like JC for you, like learning scaffolding or even playing footy, you've got a coach there showing
Yeah,
you what to do, and then you've got the rest of your team around you as well to push you along.
yeah,
So I guess with that said as well, like having other people there as well, would that be something you'd benefit from?
yeah, 100%.
Mm. Why is that though?
Because you just be learning off each other, I guess. Like
Mm.
if one person knows more than the other, I guess like when someone puts up their hand asking questions, like the person that will know can just like help benefit them.
Also, questions that you didn't even think of that helps you better understand, I
Mm.
guess.
Yeah, I absolutely. It's like being in a classroom. You're not only learning from the teacher, but you're learning from other people as well. Like, oh,
Yeah.
that was a good question. I didn't think of that. And then it's answered. So I guess then if you had all of these things in place, if you had someone there showing you exactly what to do, a load of training to go through, like very like simple structured training, and then also like other people as well to bounce ideas off. I mean, where would you like to see yourself 6 months from now?
Living comfortably, I guess. Or like, mm,
Yeah, I don't know. Like probably for him, like I would probably still stay at my job, do it as a side hustle part time, and then you probably be more full time. You'd rather do this than try and seek other work.
mm,
So try for him there's more of a full time goal in 6 months.
Hmm. So I guess to be in a new line of work then, like taking a new path, learning some new skills and earning an income so you can live comfortably.
Yeah.
What does living comfortably look like for you guys though?
well, from like my background was always like working 9 to 5 and paycheck to paycheck, I guess.
But yeah, so and because we've got the house, new house, so pretty much like yeah, like he was earning about 80K a year. So anything less than that is not really living comfortably.
Mm, So yeah, so was that about a couple grand a week?
After tax it was probably about yeah,
Mm,
1,500
mm.
a week.
Yeah, so obviously living comfortably for you guys then would be anything more than that or equal to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I guess what was that going to be around what, 6K a month after tax?
Yeah.
yeah,
About
around that.
Mm. I mean, what about going beyond there though? Like obviously would be training you up, teaching you the skills so you can go out there in the real world and actually like earn commissions. But would you want to just sit and live comfortably at that, or would you be interested in potentially scaling that beyond?
yeah, sky's the limit pretty much.
Yeah,
Mm.
like if I could, like my goal is to be like my family living comfortably, and then I guess if I hit that goal, then it would be to like retire on my parents if I could.
Yeah. Yeah, also, so that's quite a big milestone. You definitely need a little bit more than just being comfortable to retire those guys as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. So I guess how much would you really need to be able to retire your parents? Like when do you want to be doing this by?
Oh, that's just like, yeah, that's a long term goal.
Yes.
But
I,
in terms like with sort of that comfortable goal, where it's like actually a bit more comfortable, we don't have to stress about if we can afford to go on holidays or whatnot. Like I think in the messages we said about a 120K a year each. So I earn about 100K at my job now. And yeah, that would be like probably the first milestone.
hmm, okay. I mean, What would that actually do for you guys, though? I know at the moment, Lily, you're kind of enjoying your job at the moment. It's decent money or whatever. But JC, obviously, you're a little bit uncertain of what the future holds, what you're doing at the moment. So if this was the case and you were in that position in 6 months, I mean, how would you guys be feeling then?
Pretty good. Like if we were
Like,
earning that much in 6 months with doing this, like would be beyond happy.
but I guess like there's still more to strive for.
Yeah, 100%. As I
Hmm.
said, sky's the limit. Like we wouldn't just go, okay, we've made 120K a year, we'll start slacking off.
Hmm.
We'll keep striving to do better and better.
Hmm. Yeah, that's absolutely like you can really put your foot down and scale things up. Or if you wanted to, you could just sit comfortably. Like it
Yeah, no.
really depends. I mean, it also depends like how important it is these goals are to you. How important is it you retire your parents?
Yeah.
I mean, how long for you is it being a goal to actually retire your parents though?
Me, it's
Yeah.
actually it's
Oh
it's
yeah.
yeah, pretty much all my life. My main dream was to make the NRL because that was my parents' goal for me as well.
Hmm.
But then yeah, like, it's
I think anyone like would like to give that gratitude back to their family for what they've done. Like you obviously don't want to see your parents like retiring at 80
Nah.
because hard living. You'd of course want all your family members to be able to like support them, you know?
No, absolutely. I mean, I'm the same way most people are, but like, why is it important to you guys though? I know your parents wanted you to strive in the NRL, and that was a big goal for you, and you kind of thought that may be the vehicle to help you. So, like,
well,
why is it important to you specifically?
my family like straight out. My family like we came from like rough beginnings, and I guess like seeing how far like we've gone now, like the biggest gratitude I could give was to just give it back to them. Like there'll be
Mm,
days where my parent, like my dad, I'm not trying to like have like a sad story or anything, but there'll be times like when my dad like literally wouldn't even eat dinner because like there wasn't enough money to feed all of us. So yeah,
damn.
like I guess like they've done like a lot for us as family.
Hmm. Yeah,
And I guess
wow.
giving it back would be more
So,
than appreciated.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so this actually really is something that's quite important to you, and it stems from some of the sacrifices made by your parents. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, that makes me feel lucky. So yeah, must be important to you. Now, I guess for you then, like that's obviously a pretty important goal, but have you tried to sort of work towards that at the moment, or is that what you're doing with footy?
That's what I was doing with footy.
Mm, yeah. And I guess that's kind of, for argument's sake, that's out the window for now. And are you able to sort of still work to that, doing what you're doing at the moment?
Yeah, well, that's why I've been like searching for more, I
An
guess. Yeah,
alternative.
like an alternative.
Because pretty much with the footy, it's out of his control. Because as much as hard work he puts in, he can't help if he injures himself. He can't help if he doesn't get chosen to
Mm,
make it to the NRL. Whereas with this, everything's in your control. If you work hard enough, he can keep achieving a goals. There's no one to pick him over the next person, you know?
hmm.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's based on your own actions, I guess.
Mm.
Like with this environment.
That's exactly it. And if you apply the same sort of mindset that you've got for footy, and you train hard, you exercise, this is definitely going to work out for you, and it will be something that you can use as a vehicle to actually get you to where you want to go. So it's
Yeah.
really like really boils down to how important it is to you. If it's not important, then you're not going to put much effort in. So yeah. Yeah, I just reminded me. It's similar to the guy I mentioned earlier, Corey. I had a look on Instagram. He's 4 weeks in now, and he's already made like $3,000. I'm like,
Yeah.
fucking good man.
Damn.
He's fucking smashing it out. So
That's good.
yeah, there's like no reason why you can't go and produce the same.
Yeah.
If as long
Yeah.
as
It's
you've got
pretty
like
much for all
a
your hard work. Hard work
Hmm,
pays off.
for sure, for sure. I mean, the workshop video mentioned those three keys, so like the three different roles there. I mean, which one did you kind of see yourself picking up?
Um, the ones that you could, sorry, I watched it last night. Like, it was the one with like answering the DMs, I guess.
Introvert.
Because I'm more of an introvert person. Like, I'm not like, but if it's over the screen, I guess I could. Is it called the setting?
Yeah, yeah.
Setting?
So
Yeah,
appointment setting.
yeah, appointment setting.
Hmm.
Yeah, like more of that one. I'm not really good with the phone calls, I guess, like doing the other phone calls and all that. Like,
He doesn't even like
what's that?
ordering takeaway
Yeah,
over the phone.
yeah,
So,
should be the one to do it.
yeah.
Well, I guess these are all skills as well, like actually communication that we do teach. So you'll be learning how to do the other roles as well. Like I would say personally, don't limit yourself just to one thing. If that's something you want to go into, yeah, absolutely. Start by doing that, but don't be scared to go and try other things.
Yeah, like and like don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind like learning about it. It's just I guess all my life I just never um
Just like a big step for him.
yeah, it's just a big step.
Yeah.
But she's even been making me like call the bloody pizza guy or
Yeah.
the pizza.
I have to write something down to say
Yeah.
you just need to say. But I lost my voice like 2 weeks ago, and I said you're gonna have to call. He's like, oh my God. I'm like, it's fine. It's you can do it, and he can do it. It's just yeah, it's scary doing new things at first, but as you
Hmm.
get used to it, you get better at it, and the nerves go away.
Of course. Of course. I mean, if I was to step out on a bloody footy pitch and try and play football, I'd be shitting myself.
Yeah,
So it's like if you spend some time, learn how to do it, you're going to be comfortable.
Yeah.
It's the same thing here. I mean, if you want, I can give you a quick like breakdown of what it would actually look like to go through the training, like this game plan that I've got. You
yeah,
want to hear
Yeah.
that?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
That'd be
man.
great.
So as you guys said earlier, like you both, if you were to do this together, which you can, you'd be walking in completely blind. So first things we need to do, like you said, is actually provide you with some knowledge, some information, so you know what you're doing. Now, then it's just like three main things here. It's getting the knowledge down, and then actually training that knowledge, and then go and land yourself a role, so you can earn commissions. Obviously, you can pick up a new career path and make a living out of it. Now, what that looks like in a bit more detail, with the knowledge side of things, you're going to be obtaining information through watching videos, okay, and taking notes. You can pause, rewind, rewatch whenever you want, right? So, you guys obviously watch Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the way it's set up is for you guys, like as complete beginners, you can walk in and season one, episode one is going to be picking up the basics. So trusting the process, setting goals, setting the ego aside, confidence, all of these basic things. Okay. But what we're doing here is we're laying a foundation for everything else to be built on top of. Because what happens to a house if the foundation's not built properly?
Falls
Thoughts down.
apart.
That's it. So this is like the most important part is go through and learn everything. Learn the basics. Now, if I was to say to you, okay, I want you to watch a load of videos on how to play footy, that you'd kind of know a little bit about footy, but you wouldn't know how to play it. You wouldn't be very good at it. So the same thing here. I don't want you just to go through and learn about a load of things. You need to go and exercise as practice. So this is where you're going to be going out onto the footy pitch and training. So the way you'll actually be doing this is by attending coaching calls with mentors and a load of other people as well. So these are all done as a group. Okay. So it's
Yeah.
on Zoom. I mean, imagine yourselves right now, you're on Zoom. They're going through almost like a lesson, kind of like a classroom, and they're covering things that you've learned. Now, how would you guys be using this to your advantage?
Yeah, as you said, same with the classroom. Someone else has asked a question that you don't think of, but it helps you with understanding and your learning. So those Zoom classes, yeah, pretty much like classroom. You can bounce off each other with thoughts and ideas.
Hmm.
And also sometimes like other people like your age or who are learning as well can maybe explain it better than the teacher because
Yeah,
different, yeah. So
yeah, absolutely.
I also found that during like school.
Hmm. And you, JC, would you just sort of would you be sat in the back observing, learning, or would you be sticking your hand up, asking questions?
I guess I'd be the one.
Sitting back.
Yeah, I'd be sitting back trying to soak it all in first
Hmm.
until I guess I build my confidence up to like, well, confidence in like,
Asking
yeah,
questions.
like asking questions, or not even just like asking questions, like just soaking up the knowledge and being confident enough to answer it
Hmm.
or like ask that certain question, I guess.
Yeah. And like you were saying about walking in blind, it's going to be a little bit overwhelming to start with. Like if you jump on these calls, like, what are they talking about? You might not know. So there's no time frame, there's no deadlines or anything. You don't have to do any modules by a certain day. Get comfortable. Okay. Really learn the basics, get comfortable. And then when you feel like asking questions and involving yourself more, feel free. But really use everything to your advantage. Like, don't just go and whiz through all the videos. Don't just show up to the call for nothing. Really involve yourself. Ask questions.
Yeah.
It's ultimately for your own benefit. Now, these coaching calls, there's going to be one for sales, one for marketing, one for appointment setting, and then there's also like a group role play session. So, have you guys heard of a role play before?
In what
Like for
like
sales
acting
or
it out?
just acting things out.
Yeah.
So that's really how we learn in sales is by acting it out, pretending. Now,
Yeah.
the whole session for sales is dedicated to going through some of the knowledge side of things, like what questions we ask, why we ask them, and how we ask them. And the group role play session is really just adding on to that. So you'll get yourself a turn to go and do your own role play with someone else. Someone else gets a turn. And the mentor is going to stop you, tell you what you've done wrong, tell you how to improve. So it's all feedback based. Like this is how we're learning. It's like your coach teaching you how to play footy. He tells you what you're doing wrong, how to be better.
Yeah.
Now, they said there's four there. So sometimes there's three a day, sometimes there's four, and you'll have that whole session dedicated to appointment setting. Now, for you, if you're going to get started with appointment setting, show up to these calls. Also, go through the module. There's a whole module on appointment setting. So learn about that, learn the basics, lay the foundation, show up to the calls, ask questions. They're going to be going through everything in very fine detail. So any question you have, anything, you can ask the mentor. And if you can't ask him, you don't feel confident enough to find other people and like make friends. It's really like the other people that you'll be surrounded with aren't just random people on the internet. Well, they are, but
People in the same boat.
yeah, same goal in mind, same idea. It's like we're all trying to better ourselves, do something different. So really surrounding yourself with those people is going to benefit you.
Mm.
So that's pretty much how you're going to be like learning the basics, laying that foundation, and then training. This is going to be you training for around about 3, maybe 6 months. Can you train in like less time than that and do it faster? Absolutely. But it's around about 3 to 6 months of just doing the role plays and learning. This is going to
Yep.
lead up to you wanting to land yourself a role. I mean, do you guys know how you'd even go about doing that at the moment?
Mm,
No.
not really, to be honest.
Hmm. Okay, well, we'll show you where to find these roles, like where to look. And also it's like having that network of people. So some opportunities will get posted into our group. So it's like having those people around you, knowing where to look. And if you're putting in the hard work, showing up, you're doing a good job, then there's potential roles within ABC itself. So if you wanted to
Okay.
be an appointment setter, you could go and be an appointment setter for some of the affiliates. And if you wanted to be a
Yeah.
closer, you could be a closer. If you wanted to be an affiliate, you wanted to post content and earn like the big bucks, because that's where the most money is at, is the content. You can also do that as well. You can work with ABC.
Yeah.
So that's not for everyone. Like these aren't roles that are just handed out. You've got to show that you're hungry for it. It's like you being in the NRL. You've got to work for it. You've got to put in the work. You've got to show up.
Yeah.
No, I mean, are you with me so far? I mean, I've just kind of dumped a load of information on you,
No, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
but try to simplify it as best as I can. So if you can give me a recap.
Yeah. So pretty much it's the same with any online course, I guess, with the training period. And you can work it out at your own pace. The guideline's 3 to 6 months, but that can be shorter, that can be longer. Yeah, we understand that. And then, yeah, it's just more that job role, like after that training. Obviously, it would be great to work with you guys, but yeah, obviously, you just got to work for it.
Mm.
But yeah,
And obviously, like the training videos, do you think that you work best with those?
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
And the Zoom calls,
Yeah,
that's
especially like all the classes.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mm.
yeah, that's something that's a lot better than just going off a textbook and yeah, like the information doesn't absorb, but like the how to guide videos and Zoom classes is how we learn
Mm.
best.
Mm. Yeah. So I guess then you kind of see yourself actually being able to use this to your advantage.
100%.
Mm. And actually learn some new skills so you don't have to rely on scaffolding and you don't have to rely on being a teacher aide.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I guess like teachers ed has helped me a lot because I was working at a high school and it has helped me a lot to like speak to people. I guess like speaking out to classes and all that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean that's what it takes. If I have to learn to do like all these skills, like more talking to people, then I guess I'm gonna have to knuckle down and learn about it, learn how to do
Mm.
it.
That's it. And that's really what we're teaching, like especially with the sales and the closing it, or even the like appointment setting, is communication, understanding people, knowing how to talk to them. And like these are skills as well that you can take with you anywhere in life. So,
Yeah,
100%.
and a funny sort of not analogy, but something we always compare what we're learning to is like dating. It's
yeah,
like be interesting, like ask the right questions or whatever. So it's just human nature.
yeah,
And I guess also like the backbone of any successful business is sales and marketing.
yeah,
So let's say in the long run you wanted to do your own sort of business venture, then you'll have those skills knuckled down.
yeah.
Mm. So then I guess that's sort of what you see helping you get to landing a role. But what about beyond there? I mean, would you guys be okay just sort of going out there on your own and trying to scale things up?
Like being self-employed, pretty
Yeah,
much.
so you would be self-employed. So if you were to work with ABC, you'd be basically working through an ABN, self-employed for
Yeah,
ABC.
self-trader. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But let's say you've gone through the training and you decide to go and work with, I don't know, a fitness offer, whatever. I mean, would you obviously we'd show you how to get there, but would you know how to sort of scale things up and go to not 6K a month, but scale to maybe 12K?
I guess just doing more mentoring and like learning more about it, trying to oh so I
Just
kinda
putting more
yeah.
work. Is that what you're
Yeah.
trying to say? Or
Yeah, so I'm just blank.
No, like so if let's say like you wanted to maybe like get more than 6K, because that's going to be you guys living comfortably. Like
yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. But I mean, your dream since you were younger was to be in the NRL. I mean, unfortunately, because of injuries, it's not really looking as realistic as it once was.
Yeah.
So for you to actually be able to like retire your parents and give back more to them, you're going to need to scale things, like go beyond there. So
yeah,
would you know on your own how to scale things up and start making more money?
yeah. So not just having that one person that you're working for, having multiple jobs.
Yeah, or even just tweaking things so you can earn more commissions or add people into your team to make things faster and increase things.
Yeah,
Would you
being
know
more
how
efficient.
to?
I've come from a family, they all own their own businesses, so I do have that background, but yeah, having more training to do that when you get to that level, having more insight because it is hard being self-employed. So
Hmm,
getting, yeah, exactly what JC said, having more mentoring and training to help better your income, working more efficiently.
hmm,
That's something that we again would be a little bit like not so me, but like yeah, it would be a little bit going in blind if we did want to scale up.
hmm. Yeah, no, it's you can apply some common sense here, but there's loads of really small things that you might not even know about, like I don't know, scheduling and organizing your day and sticking to that, and actually
Yeah,
making sure that the discipline's in there and you're doing self-analysis and all of these very, very small fine cone things. Like
yeah,
so that's something that we can also like help you with, like showing you how to schedule your day, how to
yeah,
do self-analysis and really do like the self-work, not just do the training.
yeah. Yes, that was the same with mortgage broking. Like, um, the person that I worked for, even though he was a mortgage broker for 20 years, he still continued to do training because you can never have enough and
Mm.
everything's updating constantly. So yeah, just pretty much training to help scale up and further goals
Yeah.
and further, yeah,
Hmm. That's it. You can never stop learning, and things are always changing. So
yeah,
we're trying to keep up with the times. This is why we do things online. It's like we don't have textbooks because by the time you go and publish a textbook, there's new methods of doing things.
yeah, that's it.
So we're there to hold your hand, help you out with literally like everything. Um,
Yeah,
I mean, for me, I never really stuck to a schedule. I always made myself like to-do lists and whatnot. But when you want to like scale things up and ramp things up, you really need to know what you're doing with your time.
yeah, yeah, that's exactly what I did as mortgage broking.
Mm,
We'd have a meeting at the first, like a debrief in the start of the day, write a list of things that we needed to do, and obviously add it throughout the day. And just obviously, you'd clock off at 5 o'clock, so you'd know when you'd like mark things that it has to be important. Sometimes you have to wait a certain time to do that task because it's not yet ready or available. So
mm,
yeah, I think that to do list or is probably best for you as well.
mm. And you say, yeah, just coming from you, JC, is that something you feel like you'd also need help with?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I mean the discipline like my discipline skills came from like footy, I guess. Like we would always have scheduled times like I don't know, like start at 8 a.m. and then be ready by 9:15. Like we'd always have like little things to go by, I guess. And like that has helped me out in life. Like especially like today, she was my Miss Lily, she was like, oh, like, get this done by 12. She obviously finishes at 5, so like gotta get all this done. Like it will like yeah.
Chores and
Mm,
stuff.
Yeah, just
But yeah, he
yeah,
did have
little
a a schedule like for his footy, obviously planning on, because he would have to go to different locations, knowing he'd have to leave a certain location at a certain time to make the next scheduled appointment, because
Mm.
he'd have physio, training, gym, and it'd all be at different locations,
Mm.
which, yeah, you liked as well. But JC's also like me. We like to write a list of things to do so we can actually physically mark it off and whatnot.
Mm. It's rewarding as well, when you write a to-do list and start striking everything off.
Yeah.
100%.
Everyone loves it. So yeah, that's also like things that we can like help out with, the smaller things. And also
Yeah.
like just you're working from home, so like it's a different way of working. I'm sure you've experienced this yourself. And
Yeah.
procrastination and all these little things.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm also like 100 different things go through my mind all day, so I forget. So having it physically there to remind me, I'm like, oh yeah, I need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I love that satisfaction of like
Ticking it
ticking.
off.
Mm.
It was like when I like write his chores out. Because if I tell him, it won't get done. But if I write it down, then he's like tick 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 tick.
Yeah, I say that to my family. I'm like, if you want me to do something, don't ask me to do it. Just write it down.
Yes.
They still don't.
Yeah. My mum would complain. She'd be like, I shouldn't have to tell you. You should just know. And I'm like, I like forget like a lot of things, important things for myself. I'm gonna definitely forget stuff if it has to be for someone else.
Yeah, that's it. It's not as important, is it? We only care about
Yeah.
ourselves.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, you seem to care about JC more than yourself anyway. So I guess then that's pretty much like the game plan and everything that we can sort of like provide you with. I mean, do you see how like having access to that would help you sort of well learn some new skills and set yourself up for a little bit of a more or a better future?
Yeah, 100%. I feel like from what I've heard, like you've definitely got all the um tools that we need to pursue this career. And if we like obviously not just living comfortably, scaling up, sky's the limit, like you guys can also help us with that.
Yeah, I guess you
Rather
guys
than
are
just
giving us the tools, and we just need to use like those tools to build the knowledge and like you said earlier, like make our foundation of it.
Mm. Yeah. Well, okay. I mean, like you say, yeah, it's like kind of going to help you learn everything and everything's there that you need. But do you feel like there's anything missing that you might need or?
I think yeah, I didn't get to watch the videos that you guys sent either, so I'm definitely coming in here like a bit blind. But from what I've heard is okay, the only concern is like finding the role. But as you said before, you guys help with that. That'd probably be my only main concern, doing all the training and then not being able to get like a role.
Hmm.
But you guys help with that.
Yeah, well, these roles, like I said, they're not promised like within ABC.
No,
Like you'll have to still do the hard work and actually like go out there. It's kind of
yeah,
like I guess like university. Like
yes,
you're not
100%.
guaranteed a job at the end of university,
Yeah,
but
no,
you sure as hell know that you've done everything you can to get yourself that job.
yeah, it's more of a guidance thing.
Hmm. So I guess then if that's something you feel like you guys could follow along with, is it something you feel like you'd want to do?
Yeah, like are you talking about like this online
Learning.
space? Yeah, like the learning. Yeah,
Yeah, so being a part of ABC, I mean,
yeah,
being one of the extras to the family.
Yeah,
yeah,
Okay. I mean, I also like, do you feel like this is something that you need at the moment?
I think definitely JC
yeah,
because yeah, as we said, with this injury, he can't work at his current job, can't do footy either, and then even like he's just sitting at home pretty much. Like, because
Mm.
yeah, the jobs that do appeal to him, it's physical jobs and stuff that you can. you know, he could just sit in the office. It's not that great of money, and it's not something that he would like to do, you know.
Mm.
This was better for him because it's that flexibility from working from home, and because he can't drive either. So the transportation to get to and from work is also
Mm.
an issue. And then he can switch on, switch off on however long he wants to do throughout the day. So it's something that's definitely appealing to you at the moment.
And if
Job.
this is something that's going to help me reach my goals, like the goals that I mentioned earlier,
Mm.
retiring parents or like living comfortably, then I guess it's something I will learn and strive towards.
Mm. Well, from like just other people that have gone out there and produced the results for themselves. Like, yes, it definitely is something. It just really depends how much work you put in.
Yeah.
So, like, if you kind of put your feet up and only do a couple hours of work a day, then expect the results from a couple hours of work.
Yeah.
That same
Exactly.
with footy. Like, if you turn up every
Yes.
day, you're going to be the best.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you like everything that I have like described and laid out there? I mean, do you feel like that's going to help you get towards like retiring your parents one day?
Honestly, like, yeah, like like I know it's hard for me to explain it because it's a whole new environment, like going into like working online and all that. But like, it's something that again, like I'll set myself up to try and learn to do it. And yeah, so it's just blank in my
Mm.
head, but
No,
yeah.
no, that's all good, man. Well, I guess if this is something that you guys are interested in, you feel like it's something you need to do at the moment, and it's going to actually help you get to where you want to go, then where would you like to go from here?
Just
So with
what
the training,
like what mentors could we go to, I guess,
yeah. So
to like learn?
Hmm.
So
So, I mean, I can walk you through, like, if this is something you wanted to start, like, right away, then I can walk you through the onboarding process. And that would take like 15 minutes. It's going to be like introducing you to everyone, showing you where to go for the training, introducing you to the mentors. Now, obviously, there is investment for this. So, time to address the 600-pound gorilla in the room. Now, to get access to everything. Now, it is an investment in yourself, and that investment is 6,000 US dollars, which is 9,000 Australian. And if you
yep,
really do believe that this is going to be something to help you get to where you want to go, then the opportunity is there for you.
yep. Okay. So with the training, is that just flexibility? You can access it at any time? Because obviously I've still got that shift work.
Yeah, so the training, like the training portal with all the information in, like it really is like Netflix. Like you just go through, choose whatever you want to watch, season one, episode one, whenever you want. Now,
Mhm.
the coaching calls, obviously, they're going to be live. So these for you guys in Sydney time, it's going to be in the evenings. So it's going to be around 6, 8, 9 p.m. So
Yep.
if you can make as many of those as you can.
Yeah. Are they recorded? So if you could go back onto them?
Yeah. So if you can't turn up for whatever reason, they are all recorded. So you can just catch up in your own time. Any questions
Yep.
you've got, you can ask me, ask anyone.
Hmm. Okay. Yep. Um, something that we can talk about more.
I'm not sure.
No, we'll talk about more in depth this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, something that we'll probably just discuss more. Um, yeah, obviously $9,000, and we just bought a new house and stuff. Something that I need to make sure that JC is really wanting to do, especially because he's not been in this sort of environment before.
Mm.
With my background, it's a bit easier for me, but yeah, I don't know. Something that we definitely do need to discuss, especially because that you're having that meeting on Monday with the coach.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, for sure. Like it's big decision. And
yeah,
it really like if you really genuinely do want this and you really do see yourself going through the training, then like it's there for you. But if it's not the right thing, if you feel like it's not the right thing, then or the right time, it's got to be the
yeah,
right decision.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay.
So just I guess while I'm here before we do go, I mean, what sort of things are going through you guys' head at the moment? Is it just like whether or not you can actually do this?
It's not whether or not we can do like I know that I could like with my background, it's helped me because I was in that marketing role, manager role, talking with people and all that. It sounds something similar that I've already experienced. So I know that I could put in the time, but I'm the one that's got the shift work and it's more JC that full time. And I know how JC is, especially like it's not just a small price tag either. Like it is $9,000, which I find is reasonable, like with the return that you guys generally get with doing the hard work. But I just don't know about if it's something that JC will strive off doing.
Mm. Well, JC, man, for you at the moment, I know you're in this job at the moment as like a teacher aide,
Yeah.
and you've got the option at the moment to either hope and pray that you've still got that job when you go back and in the new year, or you fall back and go to scaffolding and potentially injure yourself even more. And yeah, I mean, so in your own opinion, like genuinely, what do you think is like the most appropriate next steps for you? Like, do you feel like you could learn through this?
Honestly, after like, I do think that I could learn from it. Like, honestly, it's just like, I guess it's just a gamble. Like, it's a risk. Like, it's a real hard risk. Like, do I want to like put myself into this massive environment that I have no clue in and hope that I do learn about all of it and get used to it, or yeah, like
Mm.
I don't know. It's a hard. Sorry, just put me on spot. It's pretty hard, but like, I honestly do think I can learn it. Like,
Mm.
like through footy, I was through sports. I was asked to choose from basketball, footy, or basketball league or union, and I was like, oh, like I loved all three. I made like professional levels through all three, and I chose league because I wanted to go like high up in league. And I made it. I did make it pretty high, but due to injuries, got out. So like, I don't. I don't really
I think
like
it's just
doubt
a different
my
environment this
yeah. I
to
don't
what you
doubt
used
my
to.
I don't doubt my like motivation to it, like
Mm.
my ability to it, but I do believe that I could look more into this and like learn it,
Mm.
especially if it's something like for some so important like my future.
I like
Mm.
anyone can learn this and do the job. I think it's just more I don't think JC would enjoy doing it, which
Mm.
reflects with your work. JC preferred scaffolding because it is more of his environment rather than teacher's aid. Like with me, I did like the office work and I prefer office work rather than what I'm doing now. But yeah, I
Mm.
think JC likes more of the physical environment rather than sitting at home in office. Like that's why you've not chosen an office job.
Mm.
Like you do prefer laboring and stuff like that. That's
Mm.
that's my only concern. Investing this, I know JC can learn the skills, but if you want to do this long term, you've got to also enjoy what you're doing. I just don't know if you'll actually enjoy it. putting in this money. I know it's something that I could strive off, but it's not me that was wanting to take this step.
Yeah.
Like it was more for you, not me.
Mm.
That's my own concern. But that's why we just need to talk about it more
Yeah,
and see
exactly.
where we can go from now, from there.
No, absolutely. And like even just asking you guys questions just to see really like whether it is the right thing or not. Like that's
Yeah,
the whole point. That is the whole point of the call. Because ultimately we don't want to like do the onboarding and everything and you start learning and be like, fuck, this is the wrong thing. Like, what am I doing
yeah,
here? I mean,
yeah,
but at the same time, it really is like, well, what are your options? Because
yeah,
it's an important decision. It's like, do you go and do scaffolding and break your body and I don't know, have all sorts of problems by the time you're 40? Or do you make a little sacrifice and put yourself through a little bit of unease in a new environment, doing something you may not exactly want to do, but to preserve yourself for the long run? Like these are really important things.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cute doggy.
Yeah, he was getting a bit restless on the chair.
Mm. Hello, mate.
Hi.
It's cute. So, I guess from here then, is this something you'd be interested in, or do you just sort of need some time to think about things?
Yeah, I think we definitely need some time to think about things. It is something that I'm interested. I know that I would enjoy doing this work, so it's something that might not might be a later thing for me. But
Mm.
yeah, it's just it was more for you. So I
Yeah.
think that's something that we just need to talk about. Actually think about if you're wanting to do this, because obviously it's like it's more to it than what you thought.
Yeah.
That's what.
There's honestly the person that got me onto this was his name is Davida.
Mm.
Yeah, he was the one that put me through all this because he actually motivated me to like have a look in because you don't see many of like Pacific Islanders and all that doing all of this. Like
No,
we're
it's
always like
Polly takeover.
yeah, like we're literally like just what do you call it, scaffolders, like all rugby players. Like, that's all. Yeah, and
Mm.
seeing him doing that has actually motivated me to like. That's why I was like, oh, like I actually want to strive to this. Like I
Mm.
want to try
Yeah.
and like be like that. I guess.
Mm. Mm.
But yeah, it is something that we'll talk about.
Yeah. That's fine, guys. And also, like you said with Tavita, and like being Polynesian, like have you seen Nelson Mazzulli? He's another guy that's in ABC, and he's always like posting content. He's like hashtag Poly Takeover, and the amount of Polynesian guys and girls that are in ABC, like there's a lot of people from New Zealand and Australia as well.
Really?
And yeah, these guys are all doing like their own role plays and everything together. It really is like a sense of community, not just like an online thing.
Mm.
Yeah.
And is another guy, Reese Roberts. Did you watch any of the testimonials from the people that we've had?
Testimony. Uh,
Yes.
I only got up to the key part because then we had to go to work. Well, she had to go to
Uh,
work.
that's all good. What I'll probably do, I'll just send you guys or send you the same link and give you a
Yeah.
couple names of people that we've actually helped. Um, Reese is actually like he was a scaffolder, was working FIFO, and I'm pretty sure he's got a testimonial out there. So I'll get you to watch his one and just a few others, just to really see like from their point of view, like where they came from and where they are now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Would that $9,000 fee be for each or combined if we do it together?
so we do a couples thing. So you guys would both get joint access. You'd both have your own account, and yeah, so it'd
Okay.
be nine for both of you.
Yeah. Together. Yeah, not
Mm,
nine each. All right, cool.
yeah,
And if it
uh,
was just a single, like if it was just JC.
yeah, exactly the same.
Okay. Yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
Uh,
Okay. Well, thank you for that. Appreciate giving all that information. But yeah, we'll just talk about it more and then we'll get back to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is something that we're both very interested in. It's just, yeah, talking and discussing more about it.
No, that's absolutely fine. You guys have just bought a house. A lot of things
Yeah.
going on. So that's
Yeah.
cool. I understand. But
Yeah.
you got my number there. Just iMessage if anything changes or whatever. Just let me know. And yeah,
Awesome.
it was good to meet you guys anyway. And
Yeah, you too.
enjoy the rest of your evening. And I'm gonna go and enjoy the rest of my day. It's actually clearing up outside.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's night time, so we'll be off to bed soon.
Back to work tomorrow.
Yeah, that's it.
JC, have you got the day off tomorrow?
Yeah. Yeah. Hobbling around.
Fortnight.
Yeah, a bit of Fortnite. Well, I'll leave you guys to it. So
All right.
All right.
I'll
Thank
see you.
Appreciate
you.
that. Cheers for that, boss.
Cheers.
See
No
ya.
worries, man.